Hi friends, happy Monday. Welcome back to math today. Today for math, we are going to work on our number 10. So our learning target today says, I can identify, count, and write number 10. So for today's math activity, you will need your number 10 poster and your number 10 activity sheet. So go ahead and pause the video and grab the materials that you need. You will also need a pencil and crayons. All right, friends, welcome back. We are going to go ahead and get started on our number 10 formation poster and then also practice coloring our circles to match. So first we will need a pencil. I'm going to use a marker so that you guys can see it okay, but I want you to use a pencil in case you need to erase. Also, you may notice the settings a little different today. Our Wi-Fi, our internet's not working at school, so we get to do this at home. So yay. All right, let's go ahead and get started on number 10. So when we make our 10, we say number 10 is a 2-digit number because it's made up of the number 1 and the number 0. So when you put those two together and write a 1 and a 0, that makes the number 10 all together. So we always start with our number 1 when we write the number 10. So we're just going to say our 1 rhyme since it comes first. Start at the top and down you run. That's the way to make a 1. There's a little squiggly there. Okay, and then we have our 0 and we start at our top again and we say down to the left to find my hero. Back to the top, I've made my 0. So now that we've written our number 10 with our number 1 first and our 0 in the back seat, now we're going to color 10 circles. So as you're coloring, I want you to count. Before you color, let's count together to see how many circles there are. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So how many circles are you going to color? 10 all together. So you're going to color all of your circles nice and neatly. Remember to frame your circle first, which means that you're just going to outline it, the shape of your circle, and then choose a direction to color. So either straight up and down or side to side. It looks nice and neat. No scribble scrabble. Go ahead and do that now. All right, friends, give me a thumbs up if you colored all 10 of your circles. Excellent job. So we know that there are 10 circles and all 10 of them are colored in. So right away our eyeballs can sympathize and see that as soon as our eyeballs see it, our brain knows that there are 10 circles all together. Excellent job. So now we're going to switch to our activity sheet for today that says number practice. At the very top, we're going to write our number 10, our 1 and our 0 that we just did. We're going to practice tracing it first to practice the formation. Then we're going to write it, and then we'll write the word 10, fill in our 10 frame, and color 10 stars. So let's get our pencils back out, and let's trace our 10s with the dots first. They already showed us with the typed numbers here. Now we're going to trace the dots to practice. So we always start at the top. This one that they show us is a little fancy. We're going to practice our straight up and down. Start at the top and down you run. So let's make it. Start at the top and down you run. That's the way to make a 1. Down to the left to find my hero. Back to the top, I've made my 0. We're going to do it again. Start at the top and down you run. That's the way to make a 1. And then down to the left to find my hero. Back to the top, I've made my 0. Go ahead and pause the video and trace your last 2 10s on your own. All right, great job, friends. Now we're going to practice writing number 10 3 times and finger spacing in between each. But be very careful, since 10 is a 2-digit number, we want to make sure that our 1 and our 0 are right next to each other. Not on top of each other, though, because that would look like a capital D. But we want to make sure that they're close to each other so we know, oh, the 1 is with the 0, and that makes 10, and then we'll finger space in between. So let's start at the top in the sky. We're going to start at the top and down you run. That's the way to make a 1. Now we're going to do our 0. Down to the left to find my hero. Back to the top, I've made my 0. Good. Now is where we're going to finger space. So I want you to put your finger after that 0, and on the other side of your finger is where we're going to write our 1. So we're going to start at the top again. Ready? Here we go. Start at the top and down you run. That's the way to make a 1. Now we're going to do a 0. Down to the left to find my hero. Back to the top, I've made my 0. And let's finger space and do one more together. Start at the top and down you run. That's the way to make a 1. And then down to the left to find my hero. Back to the top, I've made my 0. Notice that both my 1 and my 0 are the same size. I don't have any little guys like this. Okay. Also notice if I have my 1 and my 0 on top of each other, it looks like either a backwards lowercase a or a capital D. So we don't want to do that either. We want to make sure we have a 1, a little bit of space, and some 0, and a 0. Excellent job. All right, let's go ahead and go down to our word 10. This is how we spell the word 10, and we can sound it out on our arms too. Let's say the name of the letters in the word 10. We have T-E-N spells 10. Can you do that with me? T-E-N spells 10. When we're sounding it out, we say T-E-N, 10. So we're going to trace it with our pencils, and then you can color it with your crayon. So let's trace with our pencil our lowercase t starting at the top. We go top to bottom, side to side. And then with our lowercase e, we hit the ball and run the bases. And then our lowercase n, we start with our straight line down and go back up that same line, and then give it a little hump and stop. So now we have T-E-N spells 10. Go ahead and pause the video after you trace your word 10 and you can color it. All right, great job, friends. Now let's take a look at, what is this resource called again? Our 10 frame. We know that because there are 10 boxes inside of our rectangle. Just like when we read, write, and count, we fill it in from left to right and top to bottom. So with our pencils, let's go ahead and draw 10 circles inside of our 10 frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now in just a minute, we are going to finish up, and I want you to color in your circles that you just made inside your 10 frame from left to right, top to bottom. And then I want you to color 10 stars to practice counting to 10 and showing that you know how to count while you color, okay? So go ahead and finish up your activity sheet by doing those things, and when you are finished, you're going to post this to your teacher's Google Classroom. Keep up the great work, friends, and I will see you again tomorrow for math.